KVAL's a really good team. They're undefeated at home. Defensively, they're one of the top defenses we'll face. Very explosive. Got new defensive coordinators from the National Football League. They run a 3-4 and a 4-3 from a spacing standpoint on defense. Got a lot of real athletic guys that run around making plays. Offensively, they played Brock Manchin for the first time because Kevin Riley's out. Did a nice job up at Washington State. They got one of the top running backs in the league, and Ben Vereen. They got some talented wideouts. Marvin Jones, Keenan Allen. It's a good football team. It's going to be a big test for us.
Anything more on Nate today?
No, Nate's got a doctor's appointment, and then we'll figure it out after that. So that's where he is right now.
Okay. I know you got to look at film, but were you able to get any impressions of the way Brian handled himself in the 7-on-7? And
he was okay. He was good.
You folks had the coaches meeting on the potential of what you would do with the quarterback rotation, just the potential. What did you guys discuss?
Brian's 2, Daryl's 3.
Does Brian get in a game if Darren is healthy?
Does Brian get in a game?
I mean, if Darren, do you go
if
ahead
Darren's,
and play?
No, I mean, if Darren, I'll rephrase that. Darren's 1, Brian's 2, and Hawkins is 3. So if number 1's healthy, then we're not going to go past number 1. So
if you get to the point in the game where it's a blowout, and
Ken go. Ken go. I forgot that. Ken goes 4. Ken said he would do it, so it goes. I'll rephrase it then. So it goes Darren, Bennett, Hawkins, Ken go. So that's where we are.
So you wouldn't try to keep the red shirt if you could? That's the question with this one.
Well, then ask the question.
Okay. Would you try to keep the red shirt
Sure.
if you could?
Just like we did with Darren Thomas last year. We went down to UCLA. He was our backup quarterback.
Fair enough. That's what I'm asking.
Okay. Yeah.
Coach, you said some aspects of the game Saturday sloppy. This week in practice, what do you work on? What do you try to?
Same things we work on every week. Fundamentals. Trying to get better as a football team. And that's what you work on. You're always continuing to improve. It's not like if you played a real good game, if you played really well and didn't make any mistakes, you say, hey, let's just take it off this week. Everything goes back to the same thing. Our Mondays are the same. Our Tuesdays are the same. Our Wednesdays are the same.
Who's your holder?
What's that?
Who's your holder?
Between Jackson and Darren, we'll see that out this week. Jackson finished the game for us. So.
Cal's been notoriously a tough place to win at Cal for this program. I know every year's a new year, but it's been a long time since the Ducks.
Yeah, we don't talk about history or anything like that. A lot of us haven't been there. I've only been there once, so let's get anything that happened in years past has no bearing on this year's team. So.
I didn't see Cliff Harris out there.
Yeah, Cliff was here this morning. He had an appointment, so he's good.
Okay. Do you know when watching film what about them makes them so tough when they're in Berkeley this year so far?
No, I mean, it just depends who you're playing, a lot of different circumstances, but they have been very, very good at home, and almost most teams in this league are really, really good at home. The tough thing in the Pac-10 is winning on the road, and we talk about it all the time. If you're going to be a championship football team, you got to be able to win on the road. So.
Have they changed what they've done since Riley went down and mentions the guy?
They were a little bit different. He's a little bit more of a drop-back guy. I think Kevin's a little bit more nimble, but usually, again, it's when your quarterback, whether it's Prince to Breholt or Locker to Price or him to him, you're not going to change your offense drastically, especially at this point in time during the season. But you're always going to try to play to the strengths of the kid that's in there. So Brock's a little bit more of a drop-back guy, and that's what they looked like they did in the Washington State game. That doesn't mean they can't add more for our game. So.
You mentioned this is the third time you're playing a team who's starter, kind of solid starter coming into the year, has gone out. Does that make it more difficult to prepare when you haven't seen a lot of the guy?
We do it the same way. So. We just go base it off of film. We don't make up, hey, we think they're going to do this. They run enough offense, and they got, Jeff Tedford down there. Jeff does a great job offensively, and there's enough things that he can do offensively that we'll prepare for. So.